2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 6, where we read, "The hard-working farmer must be the first to partake of the crops." Niles Meriwether Davies Jr. truly was a very, very special man, a man who touched the lives of so many people. Known as Doc, Kiki, Dad, Grandpa, was a hard-working person, and I know today each and every one of you have very special places in your heart and very special stories that will always remain for the rest of your lives. I read these words some time ago, that it's not what is engraved in stone that lasts, but what is woven into the lives of others. And through the years, Doc or Kiki or Dad or Grandpa truly has woven those beautiful memories into each and every one of your hearts and in your lives. So today we celebrate and remember a beautiful life, a beautiful man that will always be etched in our hearts and our lives forever. For it was the late Ralph Waldo Emerson who wrote these words, "To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know that even one life has breathed a little easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded." And we can all say tonight, Doc or Kiki or Dad or Grandpa truly has succeeded. I begin tonight with a beautiful little poem entitled Afterglow. I'd like the memory of me to be a happy one. I'd like to leave an afterglow of smiles when day is done. I'd like to leave an echo whispering down the ways of happy times and laughing times and bright and sunny days. I'd like the tears of those who grieve to dry before the sun, of happy memories that I leave behind when day is done. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord who hath made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not sleep. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord himself is thy keeper. The Lord is thy defense upon thy right hand. So that the sun shall not burn thee by day, neither the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. Yea, it is even he that shall keep thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and forevermore. Let us pause for a moment of reflection. O God, whose mercies cannot be numbered, accept our prayers in behalf of the soul of thy servant departed, granting Niles an entrance into the land of light and joy. For this we ask in thy wonderful and most matchless name. And all said, Amen. Just one or two brief readings from the Holy Scriptures that I thought would be appropriate for our services this evening. I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon this earth. Though after this body be destroyed, yet in my flesh shall I see God, whom I shall see for myself, and mine eyes shall behold, and not another. Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions, and if it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, so that where I am, there ye may be also. And whither I go ye know, and the way ye know. Thomas saith unto him, Lord, how can we know the way? The reply was, I am the way, the truth, the life. No man cometh to the Father, except through me. Here endeth the reading from the Holy Scriptures. Amen. My loving family and friends, and keeping our services on a simple personal basis tonight, I couldn't help but think of a beautiful little saying that I came across some time ago, and it's truly appropriate as we think of Doc or Kiki tonight. It's entitled, To Those I Love, to Those Who Love Me. When I am gone, release me, let me go. I have so many things to see and do. You mustn't tie yourself to me with tears, but be happy that we had these years. I give you my love, you can only guess how much you gave to me in happiness. I thank you for the love you each have shown, but now it's time I traveled on alone. So grieve a while for me if grieve you must, then let your grief be comforted by trust. It's only for a while that we must part, So bless the memories within your heart. I won't be far away, for life goes on. So if you need me, call and I will come. Though you can't see or touch me, I'll be near. And if you listen with your heart, you'll hear all of my love around you, soft and clear. Then when you must come this way alone, I'll greet you with a smile and welcome home. Tonight we gather here as family and friends and colleagues to pay tribute and to celebrate a beautiful, beautiful life that has now been promoted to a higher calling. Niles, Doc, Kiki, Dad, Grandpa is not with us tonight in body, but he will always, always remain with us in spirit. And this evening, if we were to reflect just briefly on his life, possibly it could be done in the following manner. I'm sure that on this earth and in his own way, Doc or Kiki believed in simplicity, yet he was a man who had a great, great deal of courage. A man with a very resolute determination. A man of warm affection, and certainly a dedicated man. One who loved and cherished his family and friends, and in turn you loved him. Loving, loyal, generous, kind, hard-working person. One who would have tried to do anything for anyone at any time, never expecting anything in return. And tonight there's going to be that great, great void in each and every one of your lives with his passing. But we can all be thankful that although Niles or Doc or Kiki is absent from us here in this earth, tonight he has found his peace with the Almighty and once again reunited with those who have gone before. But you know, I've read these words also some time ago, that all he touched, he will live on forever. And everyone knows there were many, many lives that were touched by Doc or Kiki while on this earth. And those are the beautiful, loving, kind memories I want each and every one of you to hold on to and to treasure. But so often in this world of madness and uncertainty in which we live, we hear people say that so-and-so is so special. You know, Dad, Kiki, Doc, Niles was very, very special. And he wasn't special because he was written up in the newspapers or his face was on television. He was special because he was a loving and devoted husband. He was a father, a father-in-law. He was a grandfather. He was a brother. He was an uncle. And he was a dedicated employee. And you know, that's something you don't find in this world in which we live. And those are the beautiful, beautiful, loving, kind memories I want all to treasure. But as we all know, and as we just look back on his life, we find that Doc Davies was a lifelong Rocklander, born November 19th of 1931 in the family farmhouse in Congress. He graduated from Nyack High School in 1950, and in 1952, Doc received a degree from Cornell University School of Agriculture. Doc believed in giving back to his community. And as so many know, his favorite quote was, "You make a living by what you get, and a life by what you give." He was one who was a 56-year member of the Congress Fire Department, serving as president and then chief. And how many people were so fortunate to have known him, not only for his skills, but for all that he did for the people of Congress and for the community. He was one who was a founding member of the Helen Hayes Hospital Foundation, a member of the Savings Bank of Rockland, now known around the world as Wells Fargo. He also served as president of Rockland Center for the Arts, as well as Rockland Cooperative Extension. He also served on the board of Rockland Country Day School and the Salvation Army. Yes, he did many things and helped so many people with his love and with his support and with his skills. You could ask Doc anything, you could sit down and you could talk to him for hours, whether it was history, farming, whatever it might have been. He was always willing to talk and always had a brilliant conversation with him. Doc, Dad, Kiki was extremely proud of his heritage. He was a direct descendant of Meriwether Lewis of the Lewis and Clark expedition. He was the grandson of the world-renowned artist, author B. Davies. He was also the grandson of one of the first female doctors in the county, Dr. Lucy Virginia Meriwether, known as Docky, who brought him into this world in the family farmhouse. On March 4th, 2014, at the same house that he was born, The good Lord looked down and said, "It is now time for the apple of Rockland to take his rest." Doc, Dad, Kiki left his farmhouse in Congress and began his new farmhouse in eternity. But tonight, I want to speak especially for just a few moments, and I want to say to the many, many friends on behalf of the family, thank you for your love, your support over the years, all that you did for Doc and for Jan and the family. It meant so much, and it means so much. And today, seeing all who have come to pay their respects is something that I know Jan and the family will never forget. He had dedicated employees, some of whom worked for him for some 50 years. That tells you alone the type of man he was. His nieces and nephews. Your uncle loved you so much, and I know you loved him. And I want you to always remember the times and all the things that you did together. Keep them close to your heart. To his sister, Sylvia, the times of growing up and the love that you shared together will be something that you will always cherish. Keep them close to your heart. To his 8 grandchildren, to Shannon, Caleb, Casey, Jeffrey, Niles, Thomas, Nicholas, and Matthew. Your grandfather, or Kiki, was a very special man who loved each and every one of you so, so much. He was so proud to call you his grandchildren, and you were so proud to call him your grandfather. That void is going to be great, but as the days and years go by, you'll even make him prouder in the things and the accomplishments that you'll make. Always keep those beautiful memories that you shared together with a very special man. To his son-in-law, Jeff. Jeff, you are just like another son, and I know all the things that you have done and the love that you shared, the years in the family, will always be something that will be remembered. To his 2 daughter-in-laws, to Anne and Christine. You two were just like daughters. Oh, he was so proud of you. He loved you, and I know you did so much for him. And tonight, we say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all the beautiful things and the times that you were able to spend with him. He loved you so much, and I know you loved him. To his 3 children, to Niles, to Lee, and to Chris. Dad was so proud of your accomplishments in life. He was proud to call you his children. Whenever you would see him, he would always say, how proud I am of my family, and especially my children. And truly, he meant that. And that is something that I hope you will always hold on to and keep in your hearts. For you know, there was only 1 or 2 things in this world that Mom and Dad really wanted for you. And that was to give you the tools to get through this crazy world in which we live. And you know something? They've done a tremendous job. Look around you today at your family, at your friends, and all the colleagues who have come. This was special, and always will be special, and Dad will always be special. To his loving wife, Jan, 51 years together. Was life always easy? Of course not. But Jan, you had a very special man in your life, and he had a very special lady. And tonight, that void is going to be great. But the beautiful family and friends that surround you tonight will always help in getting you through what lies ahead. And I know tonight you will always remember the times you shared together, the love, the traveling, and the beautiful things you did, and the wonderful things you did for so many people on this earth. And Jan, I say to you tonight and to your family, if there were more people in this world like your loving husband, this world wouldn't be in the situation that it is today. But again, upon entering the chapel this evening, and just trying to find a brief word or 2 to sum up Niles' life, or Doc's life, or Kiki's life, or Dad's life, or Grandpa's life. Beautiful floral tributes that are before us. And how it takes a seed to start a flower growing. How it takes the sun and the rain to nurture that flower. But as that flower blossoms, it's the most beautiful thing you're going to find in this earth. And so it was with Niles' life. He was like the seed that grew and blossomed. And he blossomed into each and every one of your hearts and in your lives. And he has left those beautiful and most precious memories, ones that will be cherished and hopefully never forgotten. And although Doc or Kiki is not with us today in body, he's always going to remain with us in spirit. Let us always remember the joy that he gave us, the love that he showed us, the peace that he taught us, the hope that he brought us. May all